Hi there! Welcome to Pallet University and episode 29 of our Let's Play of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX. We are here in Sky Tower for a chance at redemption. I did exactly what I said I was going to do last episode. And I went and I trained up Smeargle. And I talked about this in episode 27, I believe. Because I used Smeargle when we went and saved Latias as well. So if you didn't see that episode or last episode, make sure you go check those out. Make sure to drop a like if you enjoy this series as well. It's gotten a lot more casual, I think, since the post game, and I'm a big fan of it. Mostly because I don't feel like the pressure of having to do daily uploads anymore. I probably, realistically, if I really felt like it, I probably could. But I like the much more relaxed tone. I'm sure you guys would prefer daily uploads. But because I'm moving back to New York for the first month of the summer, I guess. I'm trying to space it out so that I give myself lots of time to get from South Dakota to New York. It's about a 3-day drive, unless I just hate myself and feel like driving like 14 hours a day. But anyway, we're here in Sky Tower. Smeargle is insane. Absolutely insane. Not to mention he's level 98, which, like, it's a Smeargle, so, like, that's really, like, level 60 in most other Pokemon terms. But I think Smeargle is definitely an incredible addition to the team. So, let's talk about the team. So last time, I went in with Gavin, the Typhlosion, Cooper, the Marowak, and Mewtwo. And I had some help from some other Pokemon that we picked up along the way. This time, we have Smeargle, Lapras, and Bug-Eyes, the Flygon. So, why these three? So, Smeargle, because Smeargle is just incredibly versatile, and because Smeargle can cause so much status. I can put it to sleep with Spore without being close to it. I can freeze and or paralyze it, potentially on the same turn, because you can have both of those statuses at the same time in this game. And granted, against bosses, statuses don't really do that much. Because they can almost instantly heal themselves. It might buy you a turn, but if it can buy us a turn or two here and there, it's definitely worth it. Absol, because it is my strongest Pokemon that has the rare quality Leave Half, which means every time we use a Reviver Seed, it turns into a tiny Reviver Seed. So I've got 2 plus 8 is 10, plus another 8 is 18. 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 Reviver Seeds and 3 tiny Reviver Seeds? Yes. So that gives us a total of 47 revives in this fight. If I can't beat Rayquaza with 47 Reviver Seeds, I don't know what to do. And then Flygon, because Flygon gets a really strong stab in Draco Meteor. Plus, I'm pretty sure Flygon's going to be... I'm pretty sure we're all going to be dying relatively often, so the drops from Draco Meteor don't really matter. And also, it's got the rare quality Evasive Rhythm, which means that every time an attack is used against us, we gain an evasiveness boost, which is really clutch. So, I don't know how often that's going to come into play against Rayquaza. I don't know how the mechanics work with boss fights and missing moves. We're going to find out, though. The only reason I picked up this Lunatone along the way as well is because it turns out it has Moonblast, which is pretty cool. I didn't know that at the time. But the reason that I picked it up is because it also has Evasive Rhythm, and I don't know whether that stacks if you have multiple Pokemon with it. I don't know if it stacks or not. Well, we're gonna test it. I'm probably gonna use like a Reviver Seed or 2. Like the tiny Reviver Seeds on Lunatone if it dies, but after that I'll probably just let it go, because it's not like last time where I learned that letting a Pokemon go gets rid of its rare quality. I'm going to make sure that I don't jabate myself and accidentally click B when I mean to push A, reviving a Pokemon. Do you have a rare quality? No. So, sorry, Salamence. At this point, you're just going to be a liability. Because I didn't see I think oh no. Okay, so yes, Rayquaza does have a dragon type move. I was gonna say I didn't think it did, but it does. It has extreme speed, dragon ascent, hyper beam, and twister is its move set. But we're almost there. And then this after this, I almost said next episode, but assuming that this fight goes even somewhat smoothly, we should have some time left in this episode to do some things. I would like to go take on Groudon as well, because I actually have a plan for going into Groudon. I think this might have been suggested to me in the comment section as well, or I might have seen something about it on Twitter. I don't remember. But there's a pretty nifty way to beat Groudon using Kyogre. Because they both Primal Revert if you give them an Empowerment Seed. So I basically just wait until Groudon Primal Reverts into Primal Groudon, and then just give your Kyogre an Empowerment Seed, and it overwrites the weather from Groudon's Primal Reversion, which is a pretty neat trick. So ideally we'll be doing this right after here. If all goes according to plan, and we also don't lose like 1,000,000 of our Reviver Seeds, I might actually have to take some time and grind some Reviver Seeds if that's the case. I've got a bunch of tiny Reviver Seeds in storage, so I'm not that worried, but we saw all this dialogue last episode. Yes, I want to challenge you to a battle. Yes, you completely bodied me last time. I understand. I am now unleashing every bit of my might. I'm firing my laser. Blah. Okay. But there's one thing I wanted to try first. I have an item that I have no idea how I got it. I must have picked it up at some point along the way. It's this item called a two-edged wand. Waving it at a Pokemon always reduces that Pokemon's HP to 1. But it also reduces your own HP to half. If your HP is lower than half, it won't be lowered anymore though. So, because it says always, I'm inclined to think that it does work on boss Pokemon, but we're going to find out. Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay, well, Lunatone died instantly. I'll use, like I said, I'll use 1 or 2. Alright, everybody. Okay. I should have changed your moves and told you to go after foes before I tried that. That's my bad. Okay, Absol. So, for now you can use Ice Beam. Actually, always use Ice Beam. Ice Beam or Stone Edge. Whatever you prefer. Okay, I want you to just sit back and spam Draco Meteor. Because you're going to die so often that, like I said, the drops don't really matter. And everybody, go after foes. So I'm going to see, how long do you stay asleep for? Oh my god, he looks so cute that he's asleep. He just curls right up. No. It stayed asleep. I'm honestly very impressed. That's so much damage. Oh yeah, and also, Smeargle's best stat is its speed, which means that relatively often it's gonna get the 2 moves off in a row, or like the quickly use the second move or something like that. But I've seen it happen multiple times where Smeargle uses both of its moves on this linked move twice. So it gets 4 moves off in 1 turn, which is absolutely crazy. Is it just me, or is this actually kind of going well? For now, it's paralyzed and frozen. Okay, the paralysis went away. Whoever suggested Smeargle, thank you so much. Because we get to the point where it Mega Evolves, which is fine. We knew this was coming. But what this means, though, is that, good work, Absol. I'm honestly kind of hoping, like, that, Flygon dies kind of soon, because the special attack's getting real low. Yeah, so Absol, I'm gonna uncheck, Stone Edge because it's no longer super effective. Because Delta Stream gets rid of Rayquaza's weakness to Rock. And it also makes Discharge go from neutral to resisted, but that's okay. So it's taking almost no damage now, but if we can keep getting status on it, like, that would be incredible. Okay, so it's thawed now. Now, if you could kindly kill Flygon, that would be really cool, please. Nope, you're just gonna solo target Lunatone. I honestly, I don't even have the friend area or the camp for Lunatone, so bye. Sorry. Smeargle's honestly broken. And now we can do much more damage to it because it went for Dragon Ascent and lowered its defenses, which is great. See, and there's Evasive Rhythm, and like I said, even if it pays off once, like, that's good enough for me. This is, like, okay. Arguably, this is, like, one of the best boss fighting teams you could possibly get. Smeargle, plus a Pokemon with Evasive Rhythm, plus a Pokemon with, Ice Beam. And, Leave Half. I mean, Leave Half hasn't even come into play here at all, because I think that I've only used the Reviver Seeds on Tiny Reviver Seeds, and I only use them on Lunatone. I don't think any of the rest of us have died yet. Okay, Flygon finally dies, so we can reset its special attack drops. So we'll go ahead and use a regular Reviver Seed on you. And then I would honestly kind of like to faint so that I can get my PP back by using a regular Reviver Seed. Don't use. Okay, misses me. Sure. Go ahead and use a regular Reviver Seed on Absol as well. Oh, Bug Eyes died too. Okay, we'll use regular. Actually, we'll use a tiny Reviver Seed for you. Okay, so we get moved. Alright. That's perfectly fine. Man, Rayquaza's got so much HP. Okay, I finally die. And then Bug Eyes died as well. I'll use a regular tiny Reviver Seed for that. Did anyone... Flygon, why do you keep being the one that gets caught up in that? Finally! That went way smoother than last time. Team Poke Rescue's courage in the fierce battle left an impression on Rayquaza. You can now access the Stratus Lookout, or Stratos? Stratus? Stratos Lookout Camp, and Rayquaza joined the team. Has a rare quality brawl. I don't know what that does. Alright, so we're about, like... Oh yeah, I forgot I had a mission in here too. It was only one. So it wasn't worth to go to Sky Tower just for that, but... Especially those 100 points. Oh yeah, I got to Diamond rank in between episodes too, which is pretty cool. But like I said, well, I want to go... Actually, let's go do the final... I think this is the last day of the Metacham thing. That was in episode 27. Where it's... if you don't remember, it's Metacham and Ekans from Team Meanies. Gengar's team. They were hanging out by Whiscash's pond. And they were... Looked like they were keeping a secret. Which was very rude of them. But yeah, so I think this is the day where they finally tell us about it. But let's go find out. And then after that, okay, it is. And we have to deal with Ekans once again. I got KO'd in that dungeon. But what about Metacham? I hope she's okay. I hope she gets to the end and gets my wish to come true. Yeah. Well, what are you staring at, you? I'm having a hard time trying to get up my mind. Trying to make up my mind. Get lost. Huh? Wait a second. Maybe I shouldn't be wishing for a bigger jaw. I wonder if it'd be better if I could coil myself tighter. Mutter. Okay, I thought it was today, but I guess it must be the next day. Anyway, so we're gonna go fight Groudon now. I don't know who I want for the team, because Smeargle is honestly not very good for this one, because if I'm planning that strategy with Kyogre, Heat Wave's not going to work, because we'll have the whatever Kyogre's weather is called, I don't remember, but it makes Fire-type moves unusable. Groudon's a Ground type, so it's immune to Discharge. And Blizzard will be super effective to start with, but I can't even freeze it because it's sunny. And then neutral by the time it primal reverts. So I think I might honestly just go with these two here. Oh no, I shouldn't bring Typhlosion if Kyogre's weather is going to be up. I shouldn't bring Typhlosion. But I probably will bring Marowak because Bone Meringue is incredible. And that does Miltank have thick fat? I think my Miltank does have thick fat. Let me look. Where are you, Miltank? There you are. Yes, it does. So at least we resist Groudon's Fire-type moves, which I guess isn't that useful. Maybe we should bring a Pokemon immune to ground. Maybe I'll bring Flygon. There we go. I'll bring Flygon again. Yeah, so that's going to be the team. It's going to be Marowak, Kyogre, and Flygon. So, I'm going to bring the same, basically exact same items that I have here. I'll probably deposit those, what was it, two-edged, double-edged wands, because they're not really of use to me. So I'll see you guys, we'll do a little bit of the dungeon before Groudon, because we're at a little less than 20 minutes here. So we'll do some of the dungeon before Groudon, and I'll see you there. Alright, so we are out here. We are out here in Magma Cavern, and Kyogre is taking absolutely no prisoners. Kyogre is so ungodly strong. Even being, like, significantly lower level than Flygon or I. So, like, yeah, it looks like it's just doing a lot of damage because, you know, it did a lot of damage to that Rhydon, right? Well, it did over 400 damage with Origin Pulse to a Coughing. So that's pretty ridiculous to me for, like, a neutral move. Granted, it's a Coughing, but, like, Kyogre's always one of the best Pokemon in whatever game it's in. Generally one of the best Pokemon. But I guess we'll see exactly exactly how it handles fighting Groudon, because I have genuinely no idea if the sun is going to be up, if the rain's going to be up, at least at the beginning. I know obviously once Groudon, like, primal reverts, its weather will take over. Also, it's been a long time since I've controlled Cooper for, like, more than just a little bit of time. And I forgot how broken Brutal Swing and Bone Meringue are. And I kind of forgot that I didn't have someone with Leave Half in this dungeon. So I'm like, oh, I've got lots of Reviver Seeds, which I still do, definitely. I'll have to be a little more choosy. I think I'll have to be a little more choosy with using Reviver Seeds versus Tiny Reviver Seeds. Because I think unless I need the PP for some reason, like if somebody's running low on PP for something, then I'll use a regular Reviver Seed. But if they're not, then I'll choose a tiny one because, you know, because I don't have Absol with me with Leaf Half. If I use a Reviver Seed, I don't get a tiny Reviver Seed back, you know. But Coyote, so, oh yeah, also about the other two that I have with me. Magmar, I wasn't going to pick up anybody, but Magmar has the rare quality Riled Up, which every time you take a hit, you get a special attack and attack boost, which is nice. And then Arbok was an accident. I did not mean for Arbok to join us, but we're already here, so. Yeah, so if Arbok gets knocked out, which I'm almost positive it will, I'm just gonna let it go. So, sorry Arbok I mean, but at least I'm being upfront with you. I'm being upfront with my expectations in this relationship. Is this the final floor? I think this is the final floor. Okay. Okay, so now I've got 2 more floors, I think? Okay. I thought it was 23. I looked on Cerebi, and it said 23. Maybe I read it wrong. Oh, well then. You know, worst case scenario, it's only a couple more floors, which isn't that bad. And also, between Kyogre and Flygon, so Kyogre's thing, its rare quality is defense, something formation, tight formation. So moves like Earthquake, or basically any move that hits multiple Pokemon, does less damage. Which Groudon, I'm sure has a lot of. I'm sure that it has Precipice Blades, which we saw when we fought it the first time, hits multiple Pokemon. Hey, my guy, what's up? Why have you returned? How dare you disturb me in my sleep and bring my literal nemesis down into my home? That's very rude. I let rage run wild before, but I won't allow that again. Those that disturb my sleep shall be crushed, no matter who it may be. Cool. So, is it going to be sunny or is it going to be raining? It's raining. Cool. Alright then. So then, let's see. Bug Eyes, you can just use Earth Power, I guess. We can try to get some Spidef drops. And then Kyogre. Since we're at sort of a range here, you just go for Water Pulse. And everyone go after foes. Cool. That is one nice thing about the bosses being giant Pokemon. Okay, well, okay. I'll take the attack raises. You know what? I'm actually going to preserve Magmar just for that reason. But Arbok, you are the weakest link. Goodbye. Kyogre's going to do so much damage right here. Oh my god. That did absolutely... How much damage did that actually just do to all of us? Let's see. It goes for Eruption. Cool. I took 13 damage. A crit on Flygon did 9, and Kyogre took 15. Kyogre took 15. That's kind of crazy. So it should Primal Revert soon, I would think. There we go. Cool. So it's gonna get real sunny. And I made sure that I brought lots of empowerment seeds. In case, in case they got like sticky, I stepped on like a gooey trap on the way up. Or way down, I guess. Or in case the sun comes back out when Kyogre dies. We have Kyogre eat the empowerment seed. It primal reverts, and its weather comes out. Very nice. That's pretty neat. I didn't know that would happen. So if you didn't see our first battle with Groudon when we fought it the first time, basically, just like earlier in the episode, when you stayed on the highlighted tiles, it's like a field effect, basically. If you stayed on the highlighted tiles, you got blown away. In this one, if you stayed on the highlighted tiles, magma came up from the ground and damaged you and gave you a burn. But I guess when it's raining, that doesn't happen. Good work, Kyogre. There's Precipice Blades, which he attacked Flygon with, even though Flygon's immune. Because Precipice Blades is not like Thousand Arrows, where it doesn't hit Pokemon. It doesn't hit Pokemon that are flying, you know. Whereas Thousand Arrows does. So Groudon's getting absolutely washed here. Goes for Earthquake. Magmar dies. Kyogre lives on 1, which is pretty baller. Because it gives us at least another turn of this weather. I have no idea. Actually, you know what? Yes. Flygon, you go ahead and give Kyogre an Oranberry. Thank you very much. That was very kind. I guess I'll give you one more Reviver Seed. So at least I can keep getting attack raises if it just... Never mind, that was very easy. And I think... No, I was going to say that wraps up all the legendaries that we can go get immediately. But we still actually have the Reggies and Suicune and Raikou. So I'm not sure what we'll do next. I'll figure it out between episodes. Anyway, Team Poke rescues courage and the fierce battle left an impression on Groudon. That's not what I would call fierce. You can now access the volcanic pit camp, and Groudon joined the team. Has the rare quality Notorious Restoration, which I think just increased your rate of HP recovery, which is overall pretty decent for like going through the dungeon. Not very good for boss fights. I will keep this Magmar though. Yes, because Riled Up is always a good rare quality. I think I've only got 1 or 2 other Pokemon with that. Ugh, I've been talking a lot today, so my voice is a little cracky if you heard that. So let's go see if we can finally finish the Ekans thing. If that is a thing that they'll let me do. No? Okay. Let's talk to this Phanpy that was by my house. Loitering. What do you have to say now? The traded characters from Whiscash's Pond are now in front of the bulletin board. He seemed pretty flustered. Maybe something happened. Cool. I absolutely would not have checked that. I would have just gone and done some of the missions that I already have because I have way too many and I need to get rid of some. Ekans, I see you. You don't need to. That's like the first animation of yours that I've seen that I'm not violently repelled by. This is Metacham. Rescue me, please. The reward is a secret. So I have to go to floor 20 of Wish Cave. Gavin read the SOS mail apparently sent by Metacham. My name is Metacham. We had no trouble entering the dungeon. but it's horrible here. It's much too difficult. Ekans, he was defeated right away. It makes me want to scream. Somebody, please help me. The place is Wish Cave. The reward is a secret, but it's really very nice. You can be sure of that. The place in which Metacham is thought to have gone missing, Wish Cave is now open for exploration. That is another very tough dungeon. Because that's also one that starts you at level 1. But I think, unlike the other ones that I talked about, this one you can bring items to. I'm almost positive. So, Wish Cave. Yes, you can bring items. Which is obviously super ideal. But it does start you at level 5. So I think... what floor do I have to go to for that? Is it just 20? Because I know it's not very far. Even though it's a 99 floor dungeon, I know it's not that far into the dungeon. Yes, floor 20. So, that will probably be next episode, because I'm much more inclined to be doing sort of story events rather than just recruiting legendaries, which I know is just exactly what we did in this episode. That's the only thing we did in this episode. But I was also passing time. If you noticed, not coincidentally, we recruited both of those legendaries on the same day that this mission starts. So, yeah, we'll be picking up with this next episode. And this episode may or may not be recorded from either my new apartment or from my parents' house in New York. I have no idea what the timeline for this is going to be, because episode 26, I believe, goes up tomorrow at the time I'm recording this. So I'm a good number of episodes ahead. So we'll see. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video as much as I did, make sure to hit that like button down below and subscribe. Make sure to hit that notification bell as well. I'm going to pretend like I meant to rhyme there. Anyway, to make sure that you don't miss the next time this series goes live, as well as our next non-Let's Play video, one of our science-y type videos. Make sure to hit that bell so you get notified when those go live. Make sure to follow us as well on Twitter at Pallet_U to keep up on all things Pokemon science. And as always, there's a time and place for everything.